Well, after being shut out in a tough 1-0 loss to their rivals Needham last Friday, boys soccer as a team would look to get back on track as they hosted a Bay State Conference matchup with the Rebels of Walpole on Wednesday. That would not be an easy task, though, as Walpole is a team in this conference who knows how to win, guided by their Hall of Fame coach on the sidelines, Lee Delaney. In soccer, it's always a great matchup between these two teams, and this game would be no different. In the first period, Rebels take advantage of a Raiders turnover here deep in Walpole's offensive end. Justin Burns collects it. Taking a few steps, Burns sets up his shot and drives it through corner net for a quick Rebels 1-0 lead. Controlling time of possession throughout this opening half, Walpole takes that 1-0 advantage into halftime. Well, as Rebels tried to add to their one-goal lead here in the second, backup goalie George Monterez looked solid in net once again for Wellesley, giving his team a great chance to tie this game up with still plenty of time left on the clock. Great offensive play here by the Raiders gets started by senior Sean Igo, whose shot gets initially saved by a diving Dylan Knight, but the ball comes loose. Christopher Kolb shoots it, that's blocked, but Luke Fontana dives and stuffs in the game-tying putback, and we are all locked in at 1-1. Later, far out of the crease, Dylan Knight punts it away, but it hits Sean Igo right in the chest. Igo sets and kicks a laser shot high and over Knight and sinks in the go-ahead goal into an empty net. 2-1 Raiders, as Wellesley is fired up, taking the lead for the first time in the game and forcing Walpole to take a much-needed timeout. Sean Igo's score would be the difference here as time runs out on the game and the Raiders hold on. Wellesley, down a goal, would score 2 unanswered in the final period and come away with a solid 2-1 victory over Walpole. So we stay with boys soccer and fast forward to Friday night to McDowell Field here at Babson College. We would change things up here a bit as Wellesley would kick off a special home game under the lights for the first time ever. Definitely an exciting night for these Raiders as the 3rd and 4th graders of Wellesley United would also join them on the field in the pregame lineups. The Raiders would host the Weymouth WILDCATS as both teams look ready to play some soccer. So the first half begins in front of a packed crowd here in the stands. But 7 minutes into it, it's Weymouth who sets the tempo early. Deep in their offensive zone, left corner Shane Adams feeds it, Ian Godine's foot contains it, and the ball lands in front of Brian Chambers. Chambers connects and nets it right corner as the Wildcats jump out first and quickly hold a 1-0 advantage. Raiders have a couple solid scoring chances here, but goalie Aiden Carter defends the net very well and keeps Wellesley scoreless in this opening half. So to the second period we go, Wildcats still holding on to their 1-goal lead and looking for more. On a breakaway here, speedy Cameron Sands beats the defenders, but is denied by great Jeff Gilbert's save. But Ian Godine with the left foot stuffs in the putback. Weymouth now holds a 2-goal edge over Wellesley. While these Raiders just could not get their offense going in this game, it was definitely not for a lack of effort. Add on here a few more shots on goals that would fall just short. As a result, Raiders come away scoreless in a frustrating loss. Behind Weymouth's consistent team defense and Aiden Carter defending the net well, Wildcats shut out Wellesley under the lights to the final score, Weymouth 2, Wellesley 0. Coming off an impressive home opener win over Peabody last week, Raiders football will be hosting a Bay State Conference matchup with the struggling Framingham Flyers on a sunny Saturday afternoon here at Honeywell Field. Just a perfect day for football. And Wellesley would waste no time here on their opening drive, eating up a ton of yards on the ground. Sparked first by Ryan Parker, who takes the pitch out and makes it a solid 20-yard gain down the sidelines before he is finally brought down. Then after a couple stops by the Flyers defense, on 4th down, Raiders go for it. And quarterback Jake Moen makes it count. Play action fake, Moen keeps it and throws a perfect pass to tri-captain Griffin Morgan. Morgan beats the Flyers secondary with ease and brings in the touchdown catch. As their opening drive results in not only a score, but eats up a ton of clock, with just under 8 minutes have already passed here in the first quarter. After both teams trade 3 and outs, it's first down for the Flyers, but that quickly changes as quarterback Nathan Martino gets hit by Grant Casikis and the ball comes out. Scott Westerman jumps on it, and the Raiders have great field position. Now as this drive takes Wellesley into the second quarter, a solid run here by Jake Moen on the keeper gets the offense even closer to the end zone. Brendan Dolan would then bring it in on the ground on a 5-yard touchdown run. Wellesley takes advantage of a Framingham costly mistake and hold a 2-touchdown lead already, 14-0. After Grant Casikas finds a gaping hole in this Flyers defense, he takes it 29 yards for another score, and the Raiders have a commanding 21-0 lead, and we're still only in the second quarter. As the Flyers offense continues to go nowhere, frustration begins to set in on this team. Down by 3 scores with only 1 first down and being forced to punt yet again. For Wellesley, though, it's exactly the opposite. Their offense continues to be on fire, once again getting big plays on the ground by Grant Casikas, who then sets up Jake Moen for another keeper, and Moen is just gone for another Wellesley score. Raiders close out this exciting first half with a big statement, exploding for 4 touchdowns in the first 2 quarters. Raiders 28, Flyers 0. Fast forward to the fourth and final quarter as something positive seems to finally go Framingham's way here. After the defense steps up and forces a Wellesley turnover, Flyers have the ball at the Raiders' 35-yard line. Quarterback Nathan Martino airs it out deep to Tayron Campbell, and Campbell makes a great catch close to the 1-yard line. But it's just that kind of day for Framingham. With first and goal, they just go backwards instead, as Raiders D behind Sam McGee's 2 sacks would prove to just be too much for the Flyers to handle. And Wellesley pushes Framingham all the way back to the 26-yard line. The Flyers turn it over on downs and come away with nothing. The one bright spot for Flyers, though, besides the fact that at some point this game will come to an end, is Framingham's bench. Backup quarterback Nick Padgett comes into the game and earns positive yards and a Raiders penalty for some much-needed offense. Then Damari Yarrow on 3rd and goal makes it into the end zone, but now down 35-7, I think it's safe to say the score is too little, too late. Raiders control the tempo of this game from the opening kickoff, and with TJ Malley's exciting 74-yard touchdown run just putting the finishing touches to this game, the final score here is Raiders 35, Flyers 7. 2-0 and already outscoring their opponents 55-15, Raiders football has definitely come to play. This season, for sure, is looking to be an exciting ride. Well, that wraps up another episode of Raiders Sports Block. Thanks for watching. Wellesley Media gets you the coverage you need to catch up on all Raiders highlights. Watch us on demand at wellesleymedia.org, our YouTube channel at Wellesley Public Media, and right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39.